Hello, I'm Dr. Lipi, and welcome to my show, Health, Humor, and Harmony. Today's show is the last Oscar edition before the 95th Academy Awards, airing this Sunday, March 12th. In today's show, I'll review All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. Nominated for Best Documentary, filmmaker Laura Poitras chronicles the dark reality of addiction, the underlying trauma, and the relentless activism led by photographer Nan Goldin to shame museums and galleries worldwide into eradicating the Sackler name from their artistic shrines. As a doctor who's cared for hundreds and hundreds of patients with drug and alcohol addiction, I was inspired by Nan Goldin's journey from art to activism and her unflinching resolve for justice. I think you will be too. Let's get started. As a doctor who speaks worldwide at the intersection of addiction, social and criminal justice, media, and entertainment, I know that overdose, addiction, and mental illness are global problems. People with substance use disorders, however, are still too stigmatized and ashamed to get the treatment and care they need and deserve. This needs to change. Here are my 3 key take-home points from All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. First point, grassroots activism can topple corporate injustice. Nan Goldin and her fellow activists prove this. The Sackler family, owners of Purdue Pharma, who manufactured OxyContin, made billions of dollars from this highly addictive drug that led to the death and destruction of millions of lives.
Nan said, I think we should take these people down. But do you think my career will implode? And I said, probably.
We need to demand that the Met Museum, the Louvre, the Tate refuse donations from the Sacklers and take down their name.
The rich people are scared that we're going to dig into the evil way they made money.
Nan Goldin is thankfully in recovery from her addiction to OxyContin. Instead of taking any responsibility for their corporate greed, the Sacklers struck a deal to protect themselves from civil lawsuits and other personal liability. But Nan and her advocacy group, PAIN, Prescription Addiction Intervention Now, had every intention of holding the Sackler family accountable by organizing highly publicized protests at New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art and the Guggenheim Museum, the Louvre in Paris, and many other art institutions. Spoiler alert, their commitment to justice paid off. Since Goldin and Payne's demonstrations, most of the targeted galleries and museums have severed all ties with the Sacklers. In 2021, Purdue Pharma filed for bankruptcy. The second point is that addiction is a disease, not a moral failing. Addiction is a chronic, relapsing, and remitting disorder of the brain, characterized by compulsive drug seeking and use despite harmful consequences to the person using and to those around him or her. It is not a sign of moral weakness or failing.
Opioids make you give and take away your pain. It's the withdrawal from opioids that's almost impossible to go through. It's the stripping of your skin and the darkness of your soul.
Unfortunately, addiction is a growing public health problem that's often misunderstood. Of the 23 million Americans with a substance use disorder, only 10% access treatment. Stigma is a major barrier to care. But the good news is that most people with addiction, once connected to the appropriate treatment and care, get better. Third point, addiction advocacy through art and media. Within the addiction community, it's often been said that the only way to move the needle forward with the drug overdose epidemic is through science and storytelling. Director Laura Poitras skillfully tells a story of pain, including Nan's opioid addiction and her sister's suicide, through Goldin's moving photographs.
Photography is like a flash of euphoria and gave me a voice. Once I started sharing the work, it was really heavy resistance, especially from male artists and gallerists who said, this isn't photography. Nobody photographs their own life.
Dance, dance, dance. Talk, talk,
The photographer, Nan Goldin. She's a major name in the art world.
The work was incredibly political.
Probably my whole life, the struggle to fight conformity and denial.
100,000 dead!
Her artwork also reflects her love for her older sibling Barbara and for the LGBTQ community. The film also shows the effective use of traditional and social media to raise public awareness of the ties between the art community and the Sackler family, whose financial support of the arts was built from the pain and suffering of millions of Americans addicted to OxyContin. Goldin's photographs, combined with television and newspaper headlines, captured both the physical and psychological effects of addiction and the Sackler family's corrupt practices. All the Beauty and the Bloodshed is a powerful reminder that, like the HIV/AIDS crisis from the 80s and 90s, addiction is not just a personal, individual struggle, but a public health one as well. So how can you get involved? If you or someone you know is experiencing addiction, help is available. As hard as it may be at the moment, be patient, be supportive, be there. Remember, most people with addiction, once connected to the appropriate treatment and recovery services, get better. Here are some helpful resources. American Society of Addiction Medicine, or ASAM, Harm Reduction International, the National Institute of Drug Abuse, or NIDA, SAMHSA, and many others. Well, that's all for today. Here's your joke of the day, movie themed. How do you sneak chocolate into the cinema? I've got a few Twix up my sleeve. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, make comments below, and follow my Instagram at Health, Humor, Harmony, Dr. Roy. Be well. I'll see you soon.